What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another Pokken Tournament update. So through a Nico Nico live stream of the game, we have some new details on gameplay as well as new characters. So I'll be going through those details and new characters right now. So we have 3 new characters that was announced during the live stream, and that is Pikachu, Suicune, and Gardevoir. We also have a lot of gameplay details for Pokken, which I'll be going through right now. Support Pokemon are chosen at the start of each round. These can be used at any time, but they will also have a cooldown period. Lapras appears from the side and it covered a wide area with its Surf attack. Snivy with a Leaf Tornado attack and its charge time marked as fast. Lapras shows Surf with a charge time of normal. So far, Namco have shown support Pokemon of Emoga and Fennekin as set A, and Snivy and Lapras as set B. Whether you can mix and match support Pokemon remains to be seen. In the middle of a fight, there's something called a phase change that makes the camera angles look more like a 2D fighter with a side view. There are certain moves that can force a phase change as well. Burst mode, which works as a temporary power-up where Pokemon go into their Mega forms, and those without Mega versions get a similar power-up. In a demonstration, Namco showed Lucario going into his Mega form, while Pikachu got an power-up with an electric aura. Special attacks are quite simple to pull off, so they won't require complicated commands to execute. So guys, with that, that's all the news. Let's get into my thoughts about Pokken Tournament and the live stream and the details that have been shared today. So what do you guys think of Pokken Tournament? It looks pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen any of the gameplay, I'll have in the description a bunch of gameplay videos where you can see the gameplay in action. Now, one thing people might be disappointed about is that this doesn't exactly play like Tekken. It kind of plays like a hybrid between the Naruto or Dragon Ball Z games that Bandai actually produces and Tekken. So basically you'll be able to run around the arena as you please and do these different types of range attacks, and then when you're actually close to one another, that's when it actually starts to look like Tekken, with the techniques and the fighting mechanics, and a lot of people have noted this. So if you think it just looks like the Naruto games or the Dragon Ball Z games, it's not. It's definitely Tekken, but with that whole, very free roamy arena that those Naruto and Dragon Ball Z games have in them. So it's basically a hybrid of it. So far, in my opinion, it looks really cool. Pikachu looks pretty awesome. I think a lot of people think he looks awesome. Like, he was the only character no one lost with, and that says something. Now, Suicune, and please bear with me with these Pokemon names, I'm not good at pronouncing their names, but Suicune was a very nice change of pace, and the producer of this game said there won't just be fighter type or just bipedal Pokemon. And by bipedal, and I'm not trying to act like you guys are stupid and don't know this, but for those who may not, it means a character that stands on 2 feet. He said that there won't just be bipedal Pokemon, but also those who are quadrupedal, and probably even those who don't even, touch the ground, like a bird type Pokemon that actually flies most of the time. So that's really nice to see that they are true to that promise, and Suicune was a nice legendary to include. It's a very cool ice and water Pokemon, and from what I've seen, it looks kind of like a zoner Pokemon. It has a lot of blast attacks, and when up close, it has a lot of rapid kind of attacks because it has these like ribbon like things on its body and stuff. So it's really cool. And while you may be disappointed that it isn't exactly like Tekken, what you need to understand is when you have different body types of the Pokemon, having them strictly on a 2D plane with a very restricted arena will cause some problems. Like Suicune, his body type is longer than other Pokemon. So say it's in a traditional 2D plane, if Suicune is in a traditional 2D plane, he will pretty much dominate in range. He will have so much reach with his attacks, it wouldn't even be funny unless the arena was about a mile long. But, you know, that just doesn't make any sense to have it like that. And also, Suicune and other bipedal Pokemon will pretty much be at a disadvantage since their length is longer than most bipedal Pokemon, that they can easily be cornered very fast because their body length allows them to be cornered, you know, far more than a bipedal Pokemon. So they can, you know, basically get pushed in a corner and then get juggled and pretty much can't do anything about it unless you're a really good player and you know how to, you know, get out of that. But it's very unlikely even a skilled player is they're going to feel like they're being cheated, and it's not that it's unfair. And going back to the lore and how Pokemon are and the anime and everything, Pokemon always have open arenas in their especially in the anime. You see them fight in arenas, not this closed off space or anything. They're running around an arena, jumping, dodging, going through obstacles while they're fighting and everything. The arena matters a lot in Pokemon, so that's what they're kind of doing with this game. They're transitioning that to the gameplay, and you know, basically that's where you get that whole Naruto and Dragon Ball Z style. So I think that was very clever of them. And for those who are kind of bummed about this, like I said with my explanation about Suicune and their body types and everything, I hope you can see what I'm getting at. Basically, there would create a lot of problems if they were just strictly on a 2D plane, you know, and it wasn't a big arena like the Naruto games. I hope you can see where the problem would lie in that, and I'm sure there's other problems people can probably see with it being strictly on a 2D plane. But so far, gameplay looks excellent, very tight. Like I said, Suicune, very zone-ish and very cool, a very cool character. Machamp, Jesus, this dude is a brute. Do not let him grab you. Like, it takes up so much damage, it's crazy. And Lucario, he looks like a very well-balanced character. And Gardevoir looks pretty cool, even though we didn't get to see that much of her, or at least not much of her moves. She looks still really cool. I know it could be a male Pokemon, but it does look like a female. I'm just going to call it she right now, or maybe just it. It looked really cool and everything. But yeah, Pikachu was like, he was cool. So guys, what do you think about everything? I do like the support Pokemon and everything. That kind of gives them room to include different Pokemons they couldn't quite figure out the movesets to make with them, but put them in some way. I like that they're assist characters. That's really cool. So, you know, even if you didn't get your favorite character in as playable, at least you got them in some way, just like in Super Smash Bros. With the assist trophies. I mean, at least they got some recognition and everything. But yeah, overall the gameplay looks really cool. One thing to note though before I close this video is the interface of the game. They're playing both on different arcade machines, so everything is pretty much at the player's perspective depending on what their arcade machine they're on. So with the Wii U version, I think that for 2 players, dual mode, the second player will probably be on the gamepad. That way the camera will angle itself at their perspective, or at a 2D range and stuff. You know, the whole phase mode where it changes the camera. I think that's really cool. I think with the Wii U version, they'll get their own screen and stuff, so that when playing, you know, the camera angles won't be all loony and just going everywhere. Because looking at the game, you know, the camera is kind of wonky. If it was just on a single screen and stuff, it wouldn't be able to keep up the way they had it. So yeah, very excited. So guys, again, tell me in the comments below, what Pokemon do you want to see playable in this game, and what Pokemon do you want to see as a support character? Tell me that in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe to my channel for more Pokken news and also news on upcoming Nintendo games. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.